when he said that the Lockett family owes him 7 million. 7 million rand. That Bush is one of them because Bush is the one that's supposed to pay. Is that why we're talking now? Dylan, take a seat on the roller coaster. Close the door.
Hello Danal, hope you're well. Hello Wayne. Okay, I don't know everybody that's going to be watching, but my greetings to everybody that I know and don't know.
Mommy's pitching her money into the as I connected now. I'm going to pitch your money and I'll just put this. When you want anything, just tell me. I'll come to it.
So yeah, let me get started. Hello Auntie Zelda. Hello Janita. Hello everybody. I'm just gonna give my side of the story of what's happened and a little bit more. Nothing to talk bad about anybody. I'm just gonna give my side of the story. So I entered rail 2015, yeah, it was 2015, and that was the 25th of June 2015. No, I lied.
I would never try again, but when I saw you, I felt something.
Yeah, so I entered rail, and I did my 6-month program, like everybody. Auntie Carlin was still there, Mr. Hall was there, and it was good, you know, I learned a lot. Hello Wormstein. Apparently you paid me to go live. That's not the case. You can pay me to go live, I don't mind. I'll put my bank account details here. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so I did my program, and let me go a bit further back to where I actually, before I came to rail, I was on the streets and I was doing drugs, etc., etc. And the one day I came to my family, and they said that my brother and myself said my cousin Annette, said that we need rehab. So rail had a very good reputable name, and I think we were charged 7,000 rand each, which is a good price for rehab, I think. And so we took the offer, and that's what the family paid for us. And yeah, everything was fine, you know. I respect Mr. Hall. I'm not going to talk bad about the man, because I believe he had a lot of bad things to say about me, which I'm not going to lower myself to that standard. On the contrary, I'm actually going to do the complete opposite. But I'm going to tell the truth of what I know. So, after a few years of drug addiction, I ended up in rehab. I did my 6 months there. After about 5 months, I got Mr. Hall arranged with the Pastor Libber. I think it was, yes. Pastor Libber, for me to do a panel beating apprenticeship. So that's what I did. I did the apprenticeship at Woesterbakwerke. I qualified after 4 years. And then I started my own little panel shop after I left Woesterbakwerke on the rail farm. And I did well. I was doing quite well, I did fixed a good few cars and stuff. And then Mr. Hall, long story short, he must got divorced and all that stuff. So we started going on the road, and it was good. It was lekker. I mean, in the beginning we just did a lot of donations. We used to get a lot of stuff from Tanya, and we used to give a lot of stuff to the less fortunate, like clothing and food and books and stuff like that. And then we started going to casinos quite a bit. And me, I'm no angel, I smell gambling, like most people. And we used to gamble a lot, like a real excessive amount. And I used to draw money from Mr. Hall, like every hour, 2 hours. Then Mr. Hall would send me to the ATM to draw 5 grand. And each 5 grand I would draw, he would give me 500 rand. So I checked, now lekker. I'm drawing it out of his personal account, so it's his money. What he does with his money is his own thing. And yeah, he used to pay me good. I mean, I lived like a king on the farm. And like I said, we had, on many of occasions, we did things that shouldn't be done, if you know what I mean. But sleeping with men and stuff like that, that's a bit too much. I don't know where he comes with that shit. But there has been on occasion where we did dabble in adultery things. Like I say, I'm being honest here, so I'm not gonna lie about that, but that's what we did. And I'm losing track now because I'm seeing all these bloody friend requests all of a sudden. So yeah, we used to travel around and meet people, and a lot of the times we'd say we're going to meetings, but then we don't go to a meeting, we end up going to the casino, which is alright. Like, you want to go to casinos, you can go to casinos, nothing's stopping you. But then we started raising money for the farm next door, and donations and fundraisers and this and all these types of things. And the people didn't know, but we were gambling the money out. Not me. I mean, I wasn't gambling 20,000-30,000 rand a night. If 2,000 rand a night would be a lot, but I'll just sit there and watch this man dovell out his money, just like there's nothing wrong with it. And eventually we met a lot of good people, man. I mean, it all actually started in Senekal. That's when I got me and Ura Elma, I don't know if he's watching or whatever, but me and him, we went up to there when God bless his soul, when Brendan Horner got murdered, the first one. We went there, and I spoke to the organizers, and I said, give this man a shot, man. He's a good speaker, he does a lot for the community, etc, etc, etc. And we got him a spot to do a talk. And he got the talk, and a lot of people watched it. I mean, that was Mr. Hall's claim to fame, I honestly believe. And from there on, his viewers just went shooting up. Like, yes, Worm, daai's waar jou geld het gegaan. His viewers went shooting up, and I don't know if it got a bit too much for him, or if it got to his head, or I don't know. But that was the case. So after that, Senekal, we started doing a lot more traveling, and we met a lot of people, from Malcolm de Beer to Wayne Cook to Wesley Barnard to a lot of Oomstein. Good people, man. Good people that were good to us. Very good to us. And yeah, the gambling carried on, like I say, I'm a gambler. I do a lot of gambling myself. But a lot more was done when I left from what I've heard that I can't speak about because I wasn't there. I left because my ticket was booked. I was gonna leave to my family, my fiance, and as a Kurt Pretorius. I was gonna leave to my fiance and my child for 2 days, and then we were gonna fly up. But I noticed every time I went down to my family, Mr. used to get a bit like different with me, man. Almost like he didn't want me to go. And I always thought to myself, why is this man being like this? Because I just want to go see my family. Anyway, I went down, and then I got a message that my ticket got cancelled and that I must stay on the farm and work in the workshop again. After all our people we built up together. Hello, Advocate Wesley. Hope you're doing well. After all of our connections we built up, now I'm just getting thrown aside. And he sold his bakkie and this and that and all these long stories. And I said, no, man. The game is, the fun has ended for me, the game has ended. I'm finished with this story now because I didn't see, the money was good. He was paying me 10,000 Rand a month to drive the around. How's it, Malcolm? And it was like I got to see the whole of South Africa like fucking 20 times. And I came to the realization, what is more important to me, man? My family, my daughter, who at that time didn't have no relationship with me. When I used to pick her up, she would start crying. When I walk into the house and she saw me, she would start crying because she didn't know me. Or am I going to get paid a lot of money and live a life that's lekker? I had to do nothing. I did nothing, and a lot of people didn't like it, and a lot of people were jealous of me. And a lot of people didn't like me at the time, and I don't blame them because at that time I didn't really care. I was living my life. I was prescribed what's the stuff, Serdep for depression. So I thought, okay, well, maybe it will make me feel better. But now I realize why I was so depressed, man. Why I wasn't feeling so lekker. I realize it now. I used to take sleeping pills with Anthony, laat het goed gaan. And packs and anything. All these meds we used to pop like Smarties. And like I say, I'm telling it as it is. I'm not lying. I'm not talking the man down. I'm just telling the truth. And I used to pop these pills, laat het goed gaan, because I couldn't sleep. I would drive for like 11 hours. And then I can't sleep. So I used to take like what's that, Stilnox or Zopivane or whatever. And I would take my pills and just trip out. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw when I used to speak on the lives of Anthony's phone that you'd see I'm like zonked out. So that's why, because I used to take a lot of sleeping pills and stuff like that. More than what a normal person should, because you build up a tolerance to these things. Now I'm well, thanks, Stephen. And I started getting hooked to it, like where I would I'd take like a packs to take a drive, and it would be fine. So that's what I used to do. But I'm beating off the subject here. So I weighed up my options, man. Is having a lekker family, with a family that I know and that knows me. I got a beautiful relationship with my daughter and my fiance and my parents and everything. And like I say, I'm not talking the man down. I'm just telling the truth. If this is talking the man down, then I don't know. So I thought to myself, no, man. Yeah, no, surely I used to pop pills, let it goed gaan. I took my options and I got some, how can I say this, advice from people, and they say, well, what is more important to you? What is more important in your life? Is having a child a part of your life and not just being how can I say, a paying father. Like, I just used to send money. Like, as soon as money came into my account, I would send it off to my fiancée, Lindsay. And things were going well. But there was no relationship. Me and my fiancée, We used to fight all the time, like for weeks on end. We wouldn't speak. We wouldn't just like, and I would be asphalt, you know. I'd be like so zonked up and so on a mission with Anthony that it didn't really matter to me. So I cried about it, man, and I thought living a life of a king or prince, let's put it that way. Having that type of life, I mean, where I could just sit around and do nothing and just drive around and get paid a lot of money and go from casino to casino. Because that's literally what I can show you all my casino cards. I've got like a whole arm length full of casino cards. Yes, so I thought to myself, I know it's going to be hard for me because I'm going to have to be the man that I'm supposed to be. And I'm actually doing quite well, you know. I'm doing better than what I thought. I mean, I got a lot of support from my family, and I'm doing quite well. I mean, like I said, we've got a beautiful relationship with my daughter now. So I took that option, obviously. So that's why I just left. And I knew if I had to go back to rail, I would have stayed there, because shit would have been spinned in my head, and I would have just stayed there. So I told myself, this is it, Graeme. You got to man up now, and you must make your decision and put the gambling and the whoring and the good times and everything, put that aside, and stand up for your family. Be there for your family, because I mean, family is more than any amount of money. I mean, I made Lindsay pregnant. I had a child, so I must stand in my own boots now and look after my child. And that's what I did. And I'd say about a week before I left rail, we had a big fight, Mr. Hall and myself. We had a big fight, and because I can't remember how it started now. How did it start? But anyway, we had an argument in the car Rihanna was with. So I told Anthony, he told me, well, look at me. Oh yes, I said, I sacrificed the whole year for you. And that made the man very angry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I know I was getting paid for it, and he threw it in my face straight away. Yeah, but I pay you for this and that, and it's not about money, man. It's never about money for me, ever. Money is a way to a means. I mean, we all need money, and we all need to live, and we all need to. Us parents need to buy nappies and shit like that. So where was I now? Yeah, we had the argument. And he told me, well, look at me. I never see my daughter. And I told him exactly. I don't want to end up like that, man. Oh, shit, I should have never have said that. Because the next day, when now he was angry with me. So he told me he's going to Joburg and all this. And I said, okay, no, cool. I'm going to go to my family for a bit. And I get a phone call from my dad saying that I'm being disrespectful to Mr. Hall. But this time I'm very angry now. And Michelle can she was sitting there in the house there at rail when I lost my shit that day. She was sitting there. So I put my phone on speaker and I said to Anthony, what is this cucking? Why are you contacting my dad for this? And then I said, no, this is enough. I'm done with this cuck now. So I took what was in the lounge, I stormed off to my room, I locked the doors, and lo and behold, Anthony came, and he came to speak to me. Avril, I did well at rail, and rail is was a good rehab. I don't know now. I can't talk about it now, but it was a good rehab. When Auntie Karen and Mr. Hall were there, and things were going well at the rehab, it was a good rehab. So I can never talk rail down, ever, because it was a good place, and it saved my life. And the things I learned there, and the people I met there. So let's not go down that way, because that place can still save people's lives, man. But anyway, he came to speak to me, and he spun me a story of how he wants me to go with him up to Joburg, and our tickets are booked and all this cuck. So I said, okay, no, cool. I will go with. So we went up to Joburg, we met up with Wayne and everybody, we had a lekker time. And I think we drove down or something. Exactly, Dean. It changed my life too, my bro. But that rail and this rail is two different rails. And yeah, so I said I'm gonna go up to my child. I even spoke to Lindsay and I said, listen, I'm coming up to you for 2 days and then we're flying up to Joburg again on Tuesday. And she said, no, that's fine, as long as I get to see you for a bit. So yeah, that's what we did. I went down. I even told Mikey, I'm keeping this clothing here. Oh, I must get back to my clothing. This is where I lost total respect. But anyway, I'll get there now. Mikey, wash this clothing for me, please, because I'm gonna take this with us up to Joburg. This is gonna go with us up to Joburg, because Michael always used to pack my bags and do my washing for me and stuff like that. And he said, no, cool. So I only took like 2-3 days worth of clothing. And in that 2 days, I got messages and all. Porsche, I'll get to you now. You should watch a few lives of how he talked nonsense about me. And yeah, so I packed in 2 days worth of clothing. And there we went. I went down, and then I got those bad messages, and I made the decision that I'm not going back. My girlfriend, or my fiance, she still can't believe that I'm still with her. She's shocked, because that's all she ever wanted, was actually for me just to have a relationship with my child. That was her main thing. And we used to fight. I love you lots, Lindsay. Yeah, so where was I now? Lindsay, you got me off track now, man. But I love you lots, and I love Leona. So, more than anybody. Anyway, where was I? Yes, so, fuck, I've lost my thought now, man. Thanks, Leona. That's my daughter putting my head at... I'm glad she's watching, even though she's only 1.5 years old. So, yeah, I made the decision not to go back, and I told him that I'm not coming back. And that obviously didn't go down too well, because now I was the baddest thing, and a backstabber. I got all the voice notes and everything. I got everything. Everything. If anybody wants, I'm not going to give it out, but I got all my ducks in a row. So this is factual information I'm giving. This isn't lies. I'm not lying here. Not one bit of stuff that's coming out of my mouth is a lie. Because I'm also talking detriment to myself. And yeah, so that's what I did. And I get told that by the other guys, I don't want to mention names because of restraining orders and stuff like that. I don't know if I can, but I'm probably also going to get a restraining order, because I can't take this nonsense being talked about me and my family. That's all I'm doing, Dean, is speaking my truth, man. My truth is my truth. So, all my clothing got given away by Anthony Hall. That's where I lost total respect for him. I mean, I have nothing. Everything was on the farm. And here's all my stuff getting given away, and I didn't like that, because there was a lot of gifts that were given to me, a lot of stuff my mother bought for me. And here I see on pictures and things, Angus is somewhere wearing my shoes, and AD's got tracksuit pants on, and this and that, and I check, no, man. That's not nice. But that's all material things, man. I can get that all back. Luckily, because I had nothing. Like, I had nothing. I mean, I managed to... Luckily, I had 1 or 2 extra t-shirts at my chick's house. Sorry, Lindsay. At my fiance's house. She doesn't like when I call her my chick. I had 1 or 2 t-shirts there, extra and stuff. So that kept me going. She just had to do a bit more washing than normal. But, yeah, eventually when Kurt left, which I'm sure you all know, that he managed to give me a lot of my clothing back, and he also got all my tools back, thankfully, because apparently Anthony wanted to sell my tools and this and that. Stuff that I bought for, that he paid for, but I paid him every cent back. Not a lot, not all my tools. I think it was only 8,000 rand, and I gave him his 8,000 rand back. And I gave him his 8,000 rand back because I used to have a shop on the farm, and I would have my 7 to 5 job. The packs I used to get out of Mr. Hall's medicine bag. That's where I used to get it. And yeah, but that's not a problem, because I've been clean of all medication now since I left the farm. I haven't touched anything. No sleeping pills, no packs, no antidepressants, no nothing, and I feel good. So yeah, like I was saying, all my stuff got given away, and Kurt spinned Mr. Hall a story that I owe him money. Because Kurt knows that I need to work and I need my tools. I can't afford 100,000 rand or 80,000 rands worth of tools now. I don't have that kind of money to buy up tools again. So he managed to save it and spinned Mr. Hall a story that I owe him money for a car and this and that. And he stuck to the story because he actually wanted to take my tools up to Rihanna, the toys house. And Kurt said, no, that's the first place he's going to go look for it. Let me take it to my house. And yeah, they all used to talk bad about me, man. Because if they didn't talk bad about me, Mr. Hall would just push them aside and say, you're taking his side. So I know they all spoke bad about me, and I've accepted that. And I accepted the guys talking shit about me, saying I'm a doers and I'm a backstabber, etc., etc. And I'm that other P word, that I'm not going to say because it's a disgusting word. I don't know if you noticed, but I haven't actually been swearing. Because I'm not going to lower myself to any standard. I've built myself up to who I am today, and I'm going to stay that person. So he took the tools to his house, and when he left the farm, I went to go fetch my tools. Thankfully, thank you, Kurt. Yes, sir. You don't know what help you've been there, bro. Yes, sir. So I got my tools, and I got a lot of things. Some clothing also that he had and Mikey had. And yeah, I got a lot of my clothing is gone in the atmosphere. I don't know who's wearing them, but God bless their souls. I hope they can, how can I say, I hope it fits them well and that they look after it. Because I used to take pride in my clothing. Of course I still have my camera, Roberta, of course. I got accused by Anthony of selling it, but I sent him pictures saying, no, I'll never sell that thing. That's my girlfriend's actually my fiance Lindsay has actually started now a little business with photography, because I've given her the rundown on how to use it, and how some of the settings and all of this and all of that. So she's gotten some business in for taking photography lessons and stuff like that. What am I saying? See, I'm confused now. She's not taking photos of people for small amounts of money. It's LNG photography. You can look it up on Facebook if anybody wants to support Lindsay. It's not me, it's her thing. She's bringing little money in. I think it's 25 rand for 10 photos and 60 rand for 25 photos and 85 rand for 50 photos. I've done nothing wrong. There's nothing to forgive me. All I did was moved on with my life, and I had to do it that way. Otherwise I would have stayed on the farm and the same thing would have happened. Porsche. Thanks Louis Oliver Willifeer. And yeah, so shit, where was I now? I mustn't read these comments, man. I mustn't read these comments. Do you guys mind if I have a cigarette? Because it will calm me down a bit. Nettie? I'm just gonna have one cigarette. Please don't. I don't actually like to smoke on lives because I know it's not nice, but it will. I just need to get a lighter. Thank you. They've always loved my clothing, man. That's why I'm not really worried. I'll get it again. It's alright, man. But I was heart sore. Yes, so I took it. Weet vir jou daai pille voor Dr. Rihanna de Toy, Wesley. She gave me scripts for medicine. Sometimes she'll give me scripts for Anthony's medicine also. Excuse me. I'm not a prim and proper type of guy. You know what I mean? I swear, I'm probably, ask my girlfriend, she knows I'm very naughty, young. But I'm sober. I don't do drugs at all. I don't drink. I'm quite a upstanding member of society, I like to believe. No, I don't have bowels at all. I just shout, Nettie. Yeah, so that's where I used to get the scripts from. No other doctor. Apparently she saved my life also. But since I've been off the farm, I've been off all meds. So that's all like I say, I'm telling the truth. I don't want anybody to lose their job or to get into shit or anything. I'm telling the truth here. What? Cindy Strandloper get kicked off for not second. I'm not gonna. Anyway, so yeah, I left the farm and I eventually got my tools back. Thanks, good. That was a good move of you, my brother. Because my brother's phone got taken away from him because he was still on the farm. His rent got pushed up, and he wasn't getting what's that word? You know what word I'm looking for. He wasn't gonna get picked on, but that's what I heard, and it's the truth. So one day, I think 2 days after they had a few days after they had the discussion that where my tools and stuff are gonna go. Apparently, there's voice notes about somebody must put my stuff onto Marketplace on Facebook and try and sell my tools and all of this. But that I'll wait till I get it before I can confirm it. It was about 2 or 3 days afterwards, and Kurt phoned me on. I checked a private number, so I answered it. I was sitting with my girlfriend, and excuse me. So I answered it, and I heard it's Kurt. So I chinged him, why are you phoning me on a private number? And he starts swearing at me and saying he's too shit scared to phone me off his number, because he used to send him messages to ask him like, what the hell? And he wouldn't reply and stuff like that. So he phoned me on this private number. It was my brother's phone. They actually stole his phone. Kurt stole Grant's phone with Grant sitting next to him, and they phoned me to tell me that they got all my tools and stuff like that. So I knew exactly where all my stuff was at all times. And that put me a bit at ease, because I knew the stuff was going to go missing, without a doubt. And I was stressing, because I was at a catch-22. I couldn't go back because I was going to stay there, but I also had enough. So, yeah, I had a liquor chat with them, and it was shortly after that Kurt left. But he was so shit scared to phone from his phone, because Mr. Hall is can look at his call lists and all of this stuff. I'm not too sure. But after I left, I've only heard that the gambling and everything just got a bit more excessive, and like Michael and the guys hoarding around and all these things. I mean, we guys, man, and we do naughty things. But maybe we were misled. I'm not saying Mr. Hall's a good man, or he was a good man. I'm going to say that he was a good man. I'm going to Gladwin. I can guarantee you that I'm going to make a case. Because my stuff can't just be given away, man. I've worked hard for my stuff, man. So, yes. Yeah, he was a good man, man. And he helped me a lot. I mean, fuck, that man, let me tell you as it is, man. He went on one of his tangent trips, and he gave me, I had a small loan I made at Standard Bank, and I had a credit card that I maxed out. And he gave me the money to pay it off. I think it was 50,000. And at the time he said I didn't have to pay him a cent back. It's just because I've been with him for all these years, and I stuck with him through his divorce and all these things. And I say, well, thank you, Mr. Hall. And he gave me 6 months or 9 months upfront payment to work for him, which is 10,000 rand a month times 9 is 90,000 rand. And a lot of that I plowed back into rail, and a lot of it I fixed my car, and I did whatever I wanted to do with my money. I mean, it was my money, it was given to me. So yeah, that's the good that man does, man. He gives a lot away, or he did. So I thought to myself, yo, this man's fucking nice to me, yo. So and like he said, he did, but my family always paid. And while I was working at Worcester Bakwerker, every week I would pay, because I was getting paid weekly. And I would pay every week to Auntie Carden. It was first 600. As my salary went up, so did the rent. And I think for the last 2 years or so, I was paying 1,000, or last year or so, I was paying 1,000 rand a week. So it's not like I didn't pay. And I gave Mr. Hall a lot of money back when I had my panel shop. Every car that I did, I'd give him half of the profits. And when I sold Kurt the car, I gave him half of the money. It was 15,000 rand. I sold Kurt the car for 30,000, and I gave Mr. Hall 15,000 rand back. So it's not like I just took, man. And when I would win big at the casino, I would give him a lekker sum of money. So it's not like I was a taker, because I've never been a taker, man. You know, I used to, if you want to bring money up, then I used to give him a lot of money also. So I think I don't need an apology, man. I think Anthony Hall must give me and my family an apology, because I mean, what he said is not right, man. I mean, poor Wendy Lockett. She's not direct family of me, but she is family of me, if you know what I mean. So I think they need, not me so much. I couldn't really give a toss, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I've moved on with my life. I mean, my uncle's blessed me with a workshop that I can work from. A lekker workshop. I mean, there's even a little secretary section and like a conference room section. And it's a nice size workshop that I can... No, I never used drugs at rail, ever. Never Advocate Barnett, ever. Never, ever. I've never, since I put down drugs, I've never touched drugs again. And I know there has been occasions where guys did sneak drugs onto the farm and use it. I don't want to mention names and stuff like that, but I know that has happened. But not with me. I mean, I'm dead sober now. I'm as sober, and I can only thank rail and the things I've been taught there. I can't thank Anthony Hall for everything. You can't get all that credit, because I mean, there's a lot of people that helped me along the way, especially his Auntie Carden, his ex-wife. That woman, hey, that's a good woman, young. And I can only speak highly of her. The shit she's had to go through, it's not for me to say now. I can't, it's not my relationship, but Auntie Carden has opened up to me when she was almost like she was crying on my shoulder, telling me these stories. And I was taken back, you know, and when she left, she told me I must stick with Mr. Hall and I must look after him and all these things, and that's what I did. But when I check, I'm adult enough now to realize what's right from wrong. Let's put it that way. And I made the decision now that I'm not going to carry on with this gambling and driving around South Africa looking for donations and stuff like that. I'm going to do things my way now, because I'm 30 years old. Well, I'm turning 30 this year. And I'm going to do things on my own now and see where I stand, man, and see how strong... Yeah, no pushover. I'm going to see where I stand, man. If I can stand on my own 2 feet and do things my way, man. Now I don't need to answer to anybody. And I don't answer to anybody. Now I will keep the passion, Mr. Olivier. I hope Carl's doing well. Me and Carl never had any beefing. I mean, I also heard voice notes about us screwing a man or something like that. But anyway, I hope he's doing well, and I hope he's sober. And I did speak to Dominique the other day, and she said he's doing well. But send him my regards, and When he's right again, he must give me a call, and I was always very fond of Coleman. That means that man is too good for his own good. He will give you his last. Literally, he will give you his last. And I think he was taken a bit of advantage of. By me also, I took advantage of him, yeah. But he's a good man. And I'll give him that advantage back now. You know what, Anthea? You don't ask Callum you are until you're a drug addict. If I want to get drugs into rail, it's not that difficult. I mean, there's so many ways that a person can do it and not get caught. Dean, Cole must come and visit us. He knows where we stay. Remember, Lindsay, he had to babysit once for us. That's a story for another day, people. Excuse this smoke. But, yeah, like, that's all I really... Thanks, Skulk. Yes, Skulk, you're a good man yourself, young. Shame that man's gone through a lot, young. Inner turmoil of note, young. But I see you. So, Net, the money came from, I believe a lot of it was donations and the money that the people would pay into rail to stay there. We used to gamble that money out. So yeah, that's pretty much my story in a nutshell, just to get it out there. I mean, I'm happy now. I know a lot of shit has been said about me, and I couldn't really care, couldn't give a continental, because I know what I'm doing now. And me and Kurt and the guys, we have a good relationship together, and we're going to stand together through this one, because everybody has their own battles in life, and like Kurt has his own battles in life, and Michael has his own battles in life. We got each other, and we will support each other. And yeah, so that's pretty much that. I mean, I had to make that decision, like I said earlier, and I have to be a father. Love you too, Cammy. I have to be a father to my child and a husband to my wife, and I have to do whatever I must do. And you know what, I feel like
I would never try again.
Sorry, I've been lambasted with phone calls today and messages and friend requests. I mean, so many people send me hundreds of friend requests, young. Oh, thanks, Quentin. But yeah, like I'm good now, and I'm gonna thank you, Cindy. Cindy stays in America, and she's many years sober. So is her husband. I've heard only good stories about you guys, and one day hopefully I'll come and visit you. I think you stay in Ohio. I'm not too sure, but hopefully one day I can come and visit you guys. And for the family is important, yeah. Now I'm a lot with my family. The one that I got, I'm busy, my brother. I'm busy with it, and it's doing well. So get in touch with me that night at Gas Monkey. Okay, lekker. Fucker. So didn't mean to swear. Yeah, we were a lot at Gas Monkey, and like I say, I had good times, man, at rail. I had excellent times, but the fun and games comes to an end, man, and then reality hits you, and the money and the good times and etc. doesn't mean much anymore, man. Yeah, that was a hectic. I don't even know what happened to that case. Maybe I should follow it up. Maybe I can make a few millions. Because I also got harassed and assaulted. I'm going to actually speak to Wesley Barnard about that. No, I'm joking. I actually don't want any of that, man. I don't want that type of money. I want good money, clean money now, man. I don't want to run off money that I sued people and stuff like that. Yeah, troubled addicts, he allowed them to gamble, which is an addiction. He gave them depression pills, which you never give an addict. Even I know that. Yeah, apparently the doctor prescribed them to me because I was depressed. You know, I wasn't myself anymore. And I don't know if it worked, but it seemed to work. But I used to take them, and like every day, every morning I would take them. The little blue pill, I think it was Serdep 50. And I never used to like taking the Serdep 100 because I would have to half it and take it, and that would give me terrible heartburn. But I took it, and I just used to take it like it was prescribed by a doctor to me. I didn't know any different. Doctor says I must take it, I take it. I mean, I had a good relationship with the doctor. She used to let me look after the house. Yeah, I used to look after the house all the time actually when Anthony and Rihanna went away for weekends and stuff. They used to trust me to feed their animals and stuff like that. And I used to do that without no suck. And it was never a problem to me. I mean, I will help anybody where I can. I've always been like that. So, yeah, like she entrusted me to look after the house, so surely she must have liked me. But when I left, then, I mean, Michelle showed me messages the other day of, because we went away for a holiday in Mossel Bay, and apparently I was the laziest. Kurt is alright, Tannie Zelda. He's alright. Kurt, I mean, I didn't come onto this thing to talk shit about somebody, man. I just came here to tell the truth, and my dad isn't very happy that I came live, but I feel it's the right thing to do, because this is an open forum where a lot of people can hear my testimony and of how rail saved my life. I wouldn't say saved my life, but it helped me get sober, and it taught me how to remove that reservation of still using drugs, man. Exactly, Mikey. Exactly. That is what rail taught me is, no, I was never prescribed anything when Auntie Karen was there, because that time I was fine. It was only when I wasn't seeing my family enough, my little family, that it started taking a knock on me, man. And they could see that I wasn't lekker, so they just used to give me antidepressants to make me cope with the situation. But in actual fact, I was the one that was wrong there, because I should have never have taken any pills. I should have just manned up to Mr. Hall and told him, listen, yeah, man, I'm going to my family now. I don't care what you say. I don't care where you're going. And I don't know why I just didn't do it, but I thought I had to drive around with this man around South Africa. I mean, we used to go from from Langebaan to Kimberley to Durban, then back down to, and we used to go to a lot of casinos, man, and it was a jaw, man. It was fun. It was good fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was good fun. I mean, I used to win a lot of money, and I saved a lot of money. Well, whoever asking me where the gamble money is coming from, you can put 1 and 2 together, man. I mean, it's not that difficult to figure out. But all I can say is that Anthony Hall, he didn't sleep with any whores ever. I do know that I know for a fact that he has fondled with other women. But that's not for me to say. I'm just putting it out there. And, yeah, but he never slept with whores. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Too shit scared. In my opinion. So, yeah, it's difficult for me to open up like this because I got a lot of my family watching, but like I say, I got to put myself into detriment so that whoever is watching can believe what I'm saying, because I'm not lying here, people. I'm telling the truth. You know, Kimberley, that road from Kimberley to Joburg, yes, so that's a terrible road. I never want to ride that road again. I don't know why it's just so long and dangerous and boring and terrible road. But yeah, so I don't know what more to say now, people, but I'm operating from Cape Town, my bro. I stay in Mitchell's Plain. That's apparently a shithole. Mr. Hall says I stay in a shithole. I still got all the voice notes if you don't believe me. So all of you who stay in Mitchell's Plain, you're staying in shitholes. I actually like it there. I think it's not even challenging, man, because everybody in our street knows who I am, and they know I don't do drugs, and they know that I'm not involved with gangsterism anymore and stuff like that, because I got real connections, man. I didn't have Mickey Mouse connections. I didn't. If I put down a threat, I'm going to stand with my threat. I'm not going to make false threats, man. I didn't have time for false threats. You want to come threaten me? Come to my face, man. Come tell me in my face what you want to say, man. Not over live. That's why I'm not threatening here. He does have a driver's license. Dominique, that is true. But it was through his permission. Grant is with, yeah, you see, Dean, we didn't have Mickey Mouse. We didn't have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle connections. We got actual connections that will hurt you. So, yeah, like I said, we didn't have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as connections. And I was given the advice that I should go live and I should tell my point of the story. Yeah. Boomerang. Yeah, for sure, Kim. But yeah, how's it, Daniel? I'm just gonna carry on with my life, and I hope you all got something out of this. Like I say, I'm not coming here to talk shit about anybody. I'm just giving my side of the story and to tell the truth. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you all have a lekker day. And I'm not gonna use drugs. You know, I'm not gonna go down that road again, because I got a big responsibility now. A responsibility that is worth more than my own life. So I'm very well. There is a one story I want to tell. I mean, Sharon Roach, God bless her soul, beautiful woman, young. Remember that story that the bakkie got stolen, and there was a whole lot of shit in the bakkie that got stolen and all this stuff? Well, I'm sorry, Sharon, but this is the truth. You sent me a tablet. My tablet was never stolen. It was a con to get another tablet, which I gave to Rihanna. She has the tablet. I gave it to her. But from my side of the story, I'm terribly sorry for lying to you, Sharon. Yeah, I conned you, man, and I'm terribly sorry. I mean, I still got my tablet. It didn't get stolen. It actually was never in the bakkie. But yeah, I'm coming out with the truth now, man. I still got my tablet, and I gave my other tablet to Rihanna, the toy. She's got the new one that you sent me. Thank you very much. So she has it. Who's a master of manipulation? Not me. I'm actually terrible at manipulating people. But anyway, that was just a quick story, another truthful story. But at least I'm coming out with it. And Auntie Sharon, thank you very much, my dear. I should have kept it for myself, but I was actually forced to give it off. So I couldn't keep it because I was told, why you want to have 2 tablets? I should have kept it. But anyway, let bygones be bygones. And Avril, I do know who owns the farm, and I know what percentages are owned by what people. I know a lot of things. But it's not for me to mention anything. Me and Mr. Hall conned the lady for the tablet. I'm then telling you. No, I'm not going to discuss anything. I'm telling the truth. Me and Anthony all conned the woman for the tablet. And we got the tablet. It was a 10,000 rand bloody tablet. I mean, not a cheap thing. Like, come on, bruh. It's not a bloody cheap thing. So we got it, and I thanked her. Yes, so I couldn't stop thanking her. But I gave it to Rihanna. She's got it. And there's a lot of other stories and things that if popped up into my head. He could not afford it. It wasn't about affording. He probably could afford it at that time. I don't know about now. But it was about getting something for free. But I'm apologizing to the woman now on an open forum that my part is clean. And that's the truth. That is the unadulterated truth. Yes, julle gooi klippe. Ja, ek gooi sommer harde klip hoor. So yeah, I should have kept it then anyway. It's all about the benefit, man. I mean, yeah. Sy moet. Ek kan, Lynn, I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, thank you. Come say hello.
No. Hello.
So that's my story in a nutshell. I mean, I was a scumbag, I was a scallum. And I hope a lot of people, because I was very angry. I was terribly angry, especially when I heard my clothing got dealt out like Mr. was Oprah Winfrey. There's one for you, there's a t-shirt for you, and there's shoes for you. I mean, I took pride in my clothing, man. And yeah, so that was quite a knock when I heard all my stuff was given away. Luckily, I got some of my clothing back. It's not a huge setup. This is not a setup at all, it's the truth. No, that was my cousin Quentin. It was my fiance. Tanya was accused falsely. She never used to take things and stuff like that. But that's for Tanya to. Thank you, my art, Mal. Yeah, that's the honest truth, yeah. Exactly, I mean, Dean, ek was bitterlik kwaad, jong. But now at least I got some, luckily. Now I'm going to, Lindsay, don't worry. I'm going to. But that was just a story that popped into my head now. Thanks, Conchita. I hope Tony's doing well. That's another character. Yes. Hey, Tony. I can tell you stories now, but I'm not allowed to swear over live thingy. But yeah, I'm not gonna come live again anytime soon, and I'm not gonna talk bad about the man, because I'm not gonna lower myself to that standard. When I get angry, I don't retaliate, because that's what was taught to me. Rather retaliate when you're cool, calm, and collected. So I'm not gonna do anything for all the bad things that were said about me, because actually I was actually very good to Anthony Hall. I was very good to him, and even up until I left, I did nothing wrong. I just came to the conclusion that that's that, and that's my stint at the rail farm finished now. Surely, like I say, that yeah, he probably did, but yeah. No, the bakkie really got stolen. The bakkie really got stolen, but we just lied about what was in the bakkie, if you know what I mean. And we benefited. Well, I didn't. I gave the tablet to Rihanna, I think for Christmas or something. But it was brand new. I don't even think I switched it on. Brand new in the box, But like I say, no, the Bucky was stolen, Wesley. It was stolen. We even got footage of it being stolen. You know what? It's difficult to make peace with somebody who is so against you. I mean, I got no gripe with the man. At all. I got absolute no gripe with him. Actually, I do. I got a lot of gripes with him. But like I say now, I'm just gonna sit back and carry on with my life until everything fades away. And if we meet parts, I'm not gonna go out of my way to go and make amends to Anthony, because I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. Exactly. I didn't stab him in the back, Gladwin. I just left and moved on and carried on with my life. Why? Now I'm the backstabber and I'm the biggest P. You know what I mean? I'm the biggest twist under the sun and all of this stuff because I left to do something good. I left to support my family, not financially. Like I said, I'd rather, like I am now, I'd rather have a liquor relationship with my family than to have all them. I'd rather be broke and have a relationship with my family and we can work through things together and make a plan together like we have been doing, Lindsay? We made liquor plans together and I can only thank Wayne and a lot of people for helping me. Spiritually, financially. Ek dankie so nie, oom. Yeah, no, I can guarantee you it will be about me, but that's why I'm not talking bad about the man. If I haven't mentioned anything bad about him, I've only told the truth. And I will just carry on telling the truth, man. So, when it comes, remember Wimstein, we still came to get stuff at your workshop there in Mossel Bay for the Bucky. And you gave us quite a bit of things, visors and stuff like that, and handles and things like that. Cindy, I'm not too sure, like, I don't want to get too involved with this, because I don't want to be brought in where I'm going to get questioned and stuff like that. No, they not with me. I mean, obviously Kurt leaving because he was getting pushed aside by Leslie and stuff like that, and apparently Leslie hated me all the time, but when I was on the farm, she was nice to me. She was always nice to me. I don't know why she hates me all of a sudden. I mean, I didn't... Sorry. Like I say, I haven't talked to anybody down or anything. I just told the truth. You come out. Okay, Ryan, tell your story next, my bro. So, yeah. That is my story in a nutshell. And I'll leave it at that. And, yeah. I hope I didn't talk bad about anybody or anything. But yeah, have a liquor day, everybody. And yeah. Cheerio.